We begin in the Middle East, where the first phase of the Gaza peace plan is starting to take shape. President Trump with a jam-packed agenda once he lands in Israel, meeting with Israel's prime minister and the country's legislative body, and then traveling to Egypt, joining other world leaders for a peace ceremony. Mr. Trump also expected to meet with the families of the hostages set to be released. Israel finalizing details on preparations to welcome them home. Their release after 2 years in captivity could come at any moment. Let's begin with NewsNation's Robert Sherman live on the ground in Tel Aviv. Robert, good evening. The mood has to be jubilant, but what are people saying right now about the deal?
Yeah, I mean, what I would say here, Nick, is that there's always a distinction with the emotions in moments such as this. On the one hand, there is this nervousness here because we have seen so many of these deals fizzle in the 11th hour many times in the past. But on the other hand, people are more optimistic than they've ever been, more ready than they've ever been. Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu saying tonight that all the conversations have taken place between Jerusalem, the medical staffers on the ground level. Logistically, they're ready to go. For the people on the ground here in Israel, they've been ready to go for more than 2 years to welcome back the remaining hostages who are still in Gaza, 48 of them. That's how many they're preparing to welcome back here to Israel in the coming hours here. Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu addressing the public tonight saying, whatever happens over the next couple of hours, he emphasizes that the work here is not done.
There are still very big security challenges ahead of us. Some of our enemies are trying to regroup in order to attack us again. And as we say here, we're on it. There are also great opportunities that we never knew existed, precisely because of the victories we brought. I am convinced that with joint forces, we will overcome the challenges and realize the opportunities.
There are many more conversations to be had in the next few days, largely relating to Hamas, their role after the war is over, governance in Gaza, demilitarization of Hamas, their status as a whole. And it's even widely admitted by mediators that they don't have the answers to all of those questions yet. In terms of how we're expecting this evening to go, hostages are expected to be released in the morning hours here in Israel. The Hostage and Missing Families Forum anticipates a delay, unspecified amount of time. It's a very fluid environment, but still, there are no anticipated changes to the release taking place in the morning hours here, which would be just a few hours from now. Nick?
Robert, one more piece to that puzzle would be the people of Gaza, the Palestinians who are trying to make that trek. What's next for them?
I mean, what we have seen, Nick, is that ever since this ceasefire deal has come down, the roadways north back to the Gaza City area of the enclave have reopened. People have taken advantage of that opportunity to try and return to their homes, some of them getting back to Gaza City today. Their first time in months on end, seeing their city, seeing what's left of their homes, trying to pick up the pieces, trying to push forward. There's also the humanitarian aid aspect to all of this, with international groups such as the UN saying that they're at the ready in order to start moving as much humanitarian aid into Gaza as possible. Our NewsNation team was embedded in Gaza this week, looking at some of the aid operations from other groups here firsthand, having the opportunity to meet with Gazans who told us that they're tired, they're hungry, and most of all, they're fed up with the war, which they put the blame on Hamas for starting.
Hamas is a bunch of criminals. They don't think of our people's needs for 17 years.
I'm lose my dreams to Hamas.
One corollary that we found, whether you're in Israel, whether you're in Gaza itself, people are hoping that any peace that comes out of this is lasting. Nick?
Robert Sherman live for us this evening in Tel Aviv. Robert, thank you so much.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our NewsNation app right now on your phone, and you will get fact-based, unbiased news for all Americans.